Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show. A stretch and yawn felt good. But anyways, welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show. And in today's episode, bruh, I almost forgot. I was sitting here for a solid, 5 to 10 minutes trying to figure out what was I going to talk about. And I'm like, bruh, I should have wrote it down. I should have put it down somewhere, had the video up so I could have reminded myself. But anyways, before I even forget, I wanted to talk about when people go into police stations or just they go into certain areas and then they start recording and then a cop approaches them and be like, hey, you can't be recording and going around, and they're all like, oh, this is a public property, I can record, just doing some old weird rebellious stuff for no reason. Because the amount of times I've seen those videos, it really confuses me and it concerns me. I'm like, fam, what type of time do you have in life? Because my thing is this: I'm a content creator. If you guys know me, you know how many videos I have on the internet, bruh. I got thousands, bro. Thousands of videos. I ain't never went out to a public place and been like, oh, I'm just gonna record here because I'm allowed to. It's public. I know there's I'm like, bro, even if it doesn't say it in the law book, that's just common sense. That's just common sense that you just got respect for other people's property and stuff. Yes, that might be a public area, because that's like going into Target and then they're like, hey, you're not allowed to record. Bruh, that might be a public area, but you still have to show respect towards it. There shouldn't be no arguments about, oh, well, it's a public place, so I'm allowed to record in public place. No. My thing is this. If somebody approaches you and they say, hey, you're making people uncomfortable, you got to stop doing what you're doing. Stop doing what you're doing. There shouldn't be no arguments about it. It's just people in this world, they want to just sit around and argue with people. And I'm like, bruh, I am at a point in time in my life where I ain't got that type of time. I don't. So that's why when I go out play that, I'll never forget that. I remember when I was getting hoodies made for myself to just wear in videos, like hoodies, t-shirts, all that stuff. So there was a store that they used to have. I think they got it another place now. But anyways, so they had I remember just going in there, getting me a hoodie made, and then the guy, he found out, I think it was either one of the co-workers that worked there told him, or I think he just looked my name up when making it so many times. But he was all like, nah, he was like, yeah, I saw that you was a content or a YouTuber, and no, you was like, it just surprised me because it's you're quiet when you come in here and things, but it's when you're in the videos, you got so much to talk about and stuff. And the funny thing is, as long ago as that was, it still sticks with me. And I feel like it sticks with me to talk about stuff like this because I'm like, bruh, why do people do stuff like that? Why do they go and they talk about, oh, I'm the press, I'm this, I'm that, and then they go into a police station, or if they go to wherever, and they're all like, oh, I'm just recording for my blog or something, so that's why I'm, for whatever reason. But I'm saying though, it's if somebody approaches you and they tell you, stop recording, it ain't like they're trying to hide something. There's no reason to be recording there. It's that type of stuff. And then it's funny when they do stuff like that, then they end up coming across that cop that he or she knows what they're talking about, and they just end up shutting them down. But I'm like, it's videos like that, it confuses the life out of me, bro. And the amount of times I've seen the videos, that's just something where I feel like people, they need to know this, because there are at times where people, they just go out and about. If you guys see some of the reaction videos that I do where I'm reacting to people if they're dealing with cops or whatever and stuff, and they want to be as rebellious as possible, bro, this episode is talking on those types of videos, and then also giving you guys some advice on how to deal with cops, because I feel that some people, it's I get that if you're in a situation where, you're just minding your own business, you're not doing nothing wrong, you're just out and about minding your own business. Let's say you're just standing at the bus stop waiting for the bus, right? Standing at the bus stop waiting for the bus, in a Foot Locker, shopping around, out having something to eat with your friends and the cop just randomly approaches you and just starts acting crazy and wild towards you for no reason at all. It's one thing, because my thing is this: if a cop comes up to me respectful, I'm gonna be respectful towards them. I'm not gonna be like questioning. I ain't gonna be like, no, if a cop, so like, let's say one of those scenarios that I just listed out, I'm out and about, doing whatever, right? Cop approaches me and they're all like, hey, I'm such and such, whatever their name would be, and things. I'm such and such. I have reasons to believe that you are somebody. Whole situation can be handled if you just show me your ID real quick. I don't know what showing them my ID is going to really do. I mean, if they really are a cop, I'm like, okay, then yeah, I'm like, I feel like that's but I mean, then again, you could have somebody out and about impersonating a cop, but I feel like that would be dangerous because you really don't know when a cop could be lurking around the corner and stuff. So I imagine that there wouldn't be nobody going around. I mean, there are people that be going around impersonating the police officer and stuff, but no, I'm saying though, but if a cop approaches me, like they're an actual cop, they approach me, all they want to just see is my ID. I'm like, hey, if you have reasons to believe that I am somebody and I know I can continue going on with my day-to-day life, if I just show you my ID, fam, I'm reaching for my wallet. I ain't got no weapon. If you need to feel that side of my leg, you can go right ahead and feel that side of my leg and feel that I ain't got no weapon. Feel that side of my leg, they felt it, cool. Going for my wallet. Go for my wallet, open it up, hand them my ID, go on about my business. I ain't going to jail. I ain't doing nothing. Because, no, for those that did not know that is a crime for concealing your ID and stuff. So it's like, yeah, I guess like if a cop approaches you and they detain you and all that other stuff, then, yeah, that's just stuff that I picked up from these cop videos and things. But, yeah, it's like if they detain you and then they ask you, hey, I just need to see your ID. Bro, just show them your ID. I'm telling you, it's like you're most likely to not go to jail than if you just don't show them their ID. Then you get into this whole argument, start fighting with the cops. And I'm like, bruh, man, I'm not trying to say, I ain't trying to be in no situation where a cop, they done pulled their weapon out and they using it against me, whether it's a taser, gun, baton, I don't care what it is. I'm not trying to have it get used on me. I'm trying to go home and fully intact at 100% health, okay? That's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, it's like when they be carrying on and acting on a certain way with cops, like I'll see those videos on YouTube where people will be like they'll be drinking and driving or something like that, right? And the cop approaches them, they're all like, hey, I noticed you were swerving, you were speeding, you were just doing something on the road out the ordinary. Can you step out of the car? Well, why I gotta step out? They like drunk out of their mind. Why I gotta step out the car? Well, I smell alcohol, and you don't smell no alcohol on me. Maybe it's coming from somewhere else. I'm like, fam, you're the only one out here. You're the only one out here. What are you even talking about right now? I'm not drunk. You're drunk. No, I want to see a supervisor. I am the supervisor. And I'm telling you right now that you are drunk. I'm like, okay, if that's the case, let's just do some field sobriety. I ain't doing no test. Well, then you're under arrest. Well, no, I'll do that. And that's how all of those videos go. They get into this whole argument with the cop. Then out of nowhere, that's when they want to start listening to the cop. Then you might get that one person that want to start crying. And I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, all that well, if you're drinking and driving, then I'm like, yeah, bro, you don't need to be out in the road. You need to be arrested. Because I'm like, it's just crazy. I'll never forget when so I've been like watching a lot of these different body cam videos, right? I've been watching them for some time now. I will never forget when a girl was on, I think it was either the same channel or two separate channels, but she had two videos of herself drinking and driving. And I'm like, fam, regardless of whatever video came first, how did you not learn from that time you cannot drink and drive? I was like, I had to say that was like one of the first few times I did see something like that, because I was like, that was crazy. That was insane. I was like, nah, bro, that is some wild stuff to see. I've never had that happen to me before when I seen the same person twice. They probably got another video out there. It's just crazy. It is seriously insane when you see stuff like that, bro. I'm like, nah, man. But yeah, but I remember the one. I think because the first one that I watched, it was like nighttime. I think she was by herself, and yeah, she was just just drunk out of her mind and stuff. I think she was flirting with the cop too, and I'm like, that is some crazy stuff, man. But anyways, then the second time she was with a friend. And the friend was acting worse than her. Like the friend was like, "Oh my, I can't sit in the car." She's probably sat in that car the whole day. As soon as them cops showed up, I can't sit in the car. No, the cop. I remember that cop had to tell the friend numerous times, "Stay in the car. Just stay in the car. That's all you got to do." Fam, you are okay. Just roll down the windows. They were like, "No, my legs, everything is in pain and all this stuff." And I'm like, if I would have never pulled you guys out, I guarantee and I promise you, you wouldn't have been saying all of this stuff. Why are you panicking? You're not even in trouble. I'm like, fam, it's your friend that's in trouble. She's the one that was drinking and driving. So I'm saying, it's like, what are you panicking for? I'm telling you, man, there's people out there where it's like the way that they be acting towards cops. And I'm like, if you wonder why you get arrested a bunch of different times, especially if you always got to have like some attitude towards police officers, I get it. People in this world don't like cops. You have a God-given right to not like cops. And I even remember there was a video where the one guy, he was all like, "Yeah, I don't like you guys. Like, I don't like cops." Like, he's saying this to a police officer. He is saying this to a cop. He's like, "I don't like you guys. I don't like the police. I don't like none of that and stuff." But he still showed the police officer respect. And I'm like, fam, why can't people be like that in all those videos, bruh? It trips me out, man. I'm like, there people be acting so crazy in these videos, and I'm like, there's no reason to be carrying on like that. None whatsoever. And then it gets to the point where they're all like, "Oh, now I want to listen." I'm like, no, there ain't no listening. There ain't no nothing. You are under arrest. I'm saying, bro, it's like, I get it. Like, my thing is this, because I know people have probably asked me that question: do I like police officers? I like cool police officers. I like police officers where it's like, if me and them are having an interaction, it's a calm, cool, collected interaction. It ain't no, they arguing with me, I'm arguing with them, we yelling at each other, and then they pulled out their weapon and used it on me. So I'm like, the thing is this, because as far as I ever went with having like any type of interaction with a police officer, is outside exercising, they're driving by me, I nod my head at them, they nod their head back, we go on about our business. That is about it. I'm trying to think, have I had any other interactions with police officers? None whatsoever. Because I'm like, and my thing is this: if I were to have an interaction with a police officer, if my thing is this, if they come up, because I know I did say that, I was like, if they act calm, cool, and collected and respectful towards me, and I'll do the same thing for them. Now, in a situation where if a cop approaches me and they're losing their mind and going crazy, I'm listening to them because I'm not trying to end up in a body bag. So if they approach me and they're yelling and they going crazy and all this other stuff, I'm like, "Hey, look, bruh, I ain't gonna argue with you. I ain't gonna do no extra stuff. What do you want me to do? Get on the ground? Okay, hands behind the head? All right, what else?" I'm saying, I'm like, bro, whoever it is that you think that I am not that person, bro. I guarantee and I promise you, I am not that person, all right? So yeah, that's why I'm like, it's one of those things where it's just, yeah, I'm like, I ain't trying to, end up in a situation. And I just wish that more people would think that way. I'm like, look, bro, it's like, there probably are some corrupt cops out there. And I ain't even gonna know. I ain't even gonna be like, there might be. No, there is. There is some corrupt cops out there. I know that for a fact. I even talking on this one video I saw where the cop, he planted weed in the guy's car, and I'm thinking to myself, like, fam, for one, it was a small amount of weed. You done slammed this man. This man said he done had like I don't think he had surgery. I think he had stitches, but I think he was like stabbed or something. And he's telling the cops this. And they're all like, "Nope, we ain't hearing none of that and stuff. We got reason to believe that there's marijuana in the car." The guy, he had it like the man can have like the weed in his hand. You would not be able to see it. You would not be able to see it. That's how small that weed is. And I'm like, you done slammed this man on the sidewalk over literally a pebble. Like, not even a pebble, bruh. It was the smallest amount. I'm telling you right now, that man would have smoked that. The high probably would have lasted like halfway through the Runaway song, like the full-length Runaway song by Kanye West. He had got to like that 4.5 minute mark, high is gone. Like, he probably, at some point in time in that middle part, yeah, it probably would have been, it would have been the highest that he possibly could have been at. But I'm telling you right now, like, if you thought he was going to sell that, like, who is he going to sell that to? I'm saying, like, how much would that even cost? My thing is this: if they were trying to, like, make it seem like he was trying to sell it, I'm like, I guarantee and I promise you, somebody will probably pay like $5-10 for that. And I'm like, I'm not gonna, if I'm a cop, I'm not gonna arrest nobody over no $5-10 of weed for some weed. I'm like, nah, but even if it's a state where it's legal, I probably would get it and get rid of it. But I'm like, that's as far as it's gonna go. But I'm like, I'm not gonna go and slam this man down on the ground and stuff over a $5 worth of weed. I'm like, nah, bro. I wonder how much. Because that's something that I never like bothered to look up. How much is weed? Weed, a gram typically costs $10 to $15. Okay, well, how much is a gram of a gram of weed in hand? It was smaller than a gram. So then, okay, so yeah, a gram, $5-10 for that? I'm like, nah, bro. That's why I can never see myself getting into smoking and stuff. 1/4 of a gram. I think it was even smaller than that. Like it was honestly, it was a small like thing of weed. It wasn't like no big giant like thing of weed and stuff. That's crazy. 1/4 of a gram, half a gram, and then 1 gram. That is crazy. 1 gram of weed costs $10 to $15? That is insane. Nah, bro. Nah, that is some crazy stuff. A gram of weed. Yeah, that's why I can never, I can never in life get into smoking, bro. That is crazy. And I'm like, there's people in this world where I wonder how much, like, because if you get like a bag, and I feel like that'd be like, maybe like 10-15 grams. So like 10, okay, so 10 times, no, all right, so 15 times 10, you're spending $150 for a bag of weed? That is, bro, I'm telling you, that is some wild stuff, man. That is some serious wild stuff. I'm like, nah, bro, I will never in life. That's a pair of sneakers, bro. Like, anybody out there that smoke weed, I'm like, literally stop. Because weed, not even on the fact that I ain't gonna be on no stuff where it's like, oh, weed is bad for you and all this other stuff. No, it's expensive. That is crazy. No, that is seriously insane, all right? I'm like, anybody that ever questions, are like, oh yeah, TMossBoss, he definitely smokes weed. No, I do not. I'm not gonna waste my money on that. At times, I be getting stressed out buying a pair of sneakers. You mean to tell me spending $150, $200 on a bag of weed? And I'm like, how long? And I guess like, yeah, you can make like multiple blunts and have it last throughout the week or whatever, or however long. But I'm like, nah, man, that ain't enough. I'm spending $10-15 on weed. I'm like, nah, bro, I better have like 10-15 grams of weed. But $10-15 for just 1 gram, and that's just a blunt? Nah, bro, that is some crazy stuff. So yeah, won't catch me smoking no time soon. That is crazy, man. That is seriously some insane stuff. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. But guys, people, please listen to the cops. Don't go out in no public areas, start recording, talk about, oh, I'm on public property, I'm allowed to record. You're not. If they tell you you're not to, go away. Just go home, okay? Go do something productive. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Make sure you like and subscribe viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe viewing this on podcast streaming service. Thank you guys, and peace.